Good evening. Sorry we're getting a little bit of a late start, but thank you for coming and welcome to the meeting of the Plymouth Community School Board for, believe it or not, August 1st, 2017 Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Our first item on the agenda is to set the agenda. Andy, any additions or corrections?
There have been some personnel changes that have been reflected since the agenda was posted, and slight page adjustments in the construction management agreement as well.
With those changes, I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item 1.3, audience participation. Are there agenda items that anyone in the audience would like to address this evening? We'll have another chance at the end of the meeting, but again, thank you for attending. Next section is our consent agenda. Are there any items on the consent agenda that a board member would like to consider separately? Hearing none, entertain a motion on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the consent agenda. Any comments or questions? Quiet crowd. We have motion and second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, under business transactions, our first item under 3.1, consider assistant superintendent appointment.
Yes, we had over 25 applicants for the position. After a thorough screening process, multiple interviews, it's my pleasure tonight to be recommending Jill Raindreich for a 3-year contract as our next assistant superintendent. She comes to us from South Bend Schools, where she spent her entire career as a teacher, instructional coach, assistant principal, or an elementary principal. Really excited about her experience and leadership that she's going to bring to us. It's going to be valuable in ensuring all students are going to achieve high levels. And aside from that, pretty confident in her core beliefs and values that she's going to be right in line with what we embody as an organization, and we're excited about that. So I'm confident she's going to be an excellent addition to our team, and I'm excited for this recommendation before you.
You've heard the recommendation. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Have motion and second. Discussion. Jill, are you here?
I'm behind the attorney. See how there's role reversal? That worked, didn't it? It's fantastic.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but certainly,
Now I'm right at you.
certainly give you an opportunity for anything you'd like to offer or comment.
I've been fortunate enough to have gone through a very extensive opportunity with many of the people that are sitting here that were in that initial interview, or the third one, and was excited to be able to be surrounded by the utmost professionals. I'm committed to ensuring the future of the children of Plymouth have the best and brightest opportunities. So I am so incredibly excited to be part of that team and to be able to guarantee that I will work tirelessly to ensure that your children are going to have their best future ever. I believe it's
Is there anybody here you can introduce us to?
I do have a few people that are sitting behind me, and they're incredibly quiet right now. I think we should just take a moment and enjoy that, because this never happens. I would like to first introduce 2 amazing young people that probably make me better each and every day, and that's my son, Cooper, who's 12, my daughter, who is Molly. She blends into a crowd quite frequently. My mom and dad have come down as well. So Jean and Tony, who have instilled all of my academic belief systems. My oh-so-patient husband, John, who has supported me endlessly in all of my endeavors. My incredibly talented sister, who is older. And I try each and every day to be just a smear as wonderful as she is. So she's been a positive role model. And then I have two amazing South Bend colleagues who have come down in support. I have Nicole Medich, who is the principal at Lincoln Primary Center in South Bend, and Deb Martin, who is the principal at Madison, and they have made me who I am. So you can send apology notes to them. And they're probably here just to ensure that it passed. But again, I owe everything to those two ladies as well. We've made each other better each and every day. So they come down to celebrate with us. I usually travel with
We
the
haven't
group.
voted yet.
I need my attorney. So, but that's who's present.
Well, it's great to see. It's a demanding position. We're fortunate to have you. But family support is critical. And seeing that here certainly supports, and not that if they weren't here, we still have the same vote. But to see that support, you're incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'd just like to thank Andy and his committee, and I think they did an excellent job, and very impressed with Jill and her background, and she will fit in Plymouth schools excellent. Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
With that, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We'll move on. Item 3.2, consider updated emergency procedures.
Yes, so Mr. Ted Brown has been working on these tirelessly with the committee. Updates include improvements and efficiencies within the procedures, especially as it relates to a response to crisis situations. And again, he's not only worked internally, he's also worked with a committee of community members and teachers, as well as a consultant from the DOE. So this is presented to Ted for approval. And if I may, to Ted, has anything to add?
I'm doing right now. These procedures were put together to make it more simple, to make it more standard in the event of a crisis. We don't want our people to be thinking, what do I need to do? It should be very right there on the tip of their tongue. So we use some protocols that we borrowed from other companies and the Department of Education to put this together to make it so we can do that.
Thank you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope we never have to use the 3-year emergency.
I agree with you completely.
Is there a motion?
Second.
Any questions or conversation? I really do appreciate the effort, Ted.
Yeah, and I would just echo that. I was able to see how hard Ted was working on it with the committee and got to be a part of it, and I do appreciate all the thought that went into it. I think it's a good thing.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 3.3, receive copies of extracurricular financial reports. This is not an action item, I don't
Nope.
believe. They are there for everyone's
They are here.
reading and enjoyment.
Every school out there. And they are all uploaded into the gateway system. I have until August 29th to submit them, but as soon as I get the budget done, those will be
I know there's a
submitted.
lot of hands that go into making that
Yes.
file, so thank you for all involved. I believe I have it right, not an action item, right?
That's correct.
Reflecting that there's evidence.
The treasurers out in the buildings do a great job of this.
Well, in my other role, that's not always the case. So really appreciate the efforts that go into that. Any questions? Item 3.4, consider teacher evaluation plan.
Yes, this is a plan that needs to be adopted annually by the board in cooperation with PEA. We chose to move forward with the same plan as we had last year. And so it's presented to you tonight for approval.
So no changes from last year.
No changes from last year.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any comments or questions? Laura, I thought you were here. Well, now you're hiding behind.
Yes, exactly. No, there's no changes, and we're becoming more and more comfortable with understanding the rubric, which is an important part of the evaluation process, so.
Thank you. Motion and second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. 3.5, consider Michiana Behavioral Health Care Agreement.
Yes, this too requires board approval every year. Recall last year we did make some changes to the financial structure, which has proven to be more efficient for us. It's very reflective of what we saw last year, so it's presented to you tonight again for your approval.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the Michiana Behavioral Health Care Agreement for 17-18. Any questions? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item 3.6, related to our middle school project, consider architect agreement.
So while we've begun some very initial design work for the new junior high building project, we're now at a place where we need to formalize the agreement, and with that will come a recommendation to continue work with the architect firm of Barton Cole Millman. Therefore, this agreement details what that relationship will look like moving forward through the new building construction as well as the renovation of the current building. Therefore, I recommend the board approve this agreement with Barton Cole Millman.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and second. Any questions? Now looking at the attorney, you've had a chance to review it.
Yeah, and architect contracts are pretty standard. They're standardized forms, so there's really not a lot of variance in that. But yeah, this is acceptable.
And as has been my practice, it's not a reflection period of Barton Code or anything of the sort, but given my role in my work life, I will abstain from this action item. But with that, are there any other questions? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 3.7, consider construction manager agreement.
Well, as we begin this phase of the process, we do feel it's best to utilize a delivery method that includes construction management, and as such, it's important for us to hire a firm that will act as an agent with us through the pre-construction phase of the initial design, through the bidding process, as well as the construction phase and managing all the details. This process is going to help us ensure quality construction while maintaining the value to our community. And therefore, I want to recommend this evening that the board approve an agreement with the Skillman Corporation for those services as it relates to the construction of the new junior high. We have Scott Sherry here as well from the Skillman Corporation. If there's any questions for you guys.
Okay, on the table, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have motion and second. Any comments, questions, Scott, anything?
No, we just really appreciate the opportunity to be part of the team. We look forward to working with you, hopefully, you both.
Again, given my role in my professional life, I'm going to abstain. Not a reflection, just my practice. Is there any other questions? Have a motion second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
3.8, new and revised policies, second reading.
This is a second reading on the policies related to the teacher appreciation grant as well as the meal charge procedures. In discussing the teacher appreciation grant, it was asked and I responded to ensure that an equal amount is distributed for those teachers in their respective categories. So while we distinguish between effective and highly effective rated teachers, there will not be a difference within each category. Every effective teacher, whatever that amount is, will get the same amount, and then every highly effective teacher will be the same. So these two policies are presented to you tonight for your approval.
Heard the recommendation, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, discussion? Have a motion second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Very amenable this evening. We're moving on to section 4, superintendent remarks.
I didn't differentiate within the core values because the comments really, I think, encompass all of them this evening. We've completed new teacher orientation last week. Really enjoy spending time with all the employees, but we had a lot of fun with this group. I'm really excited about what they're going to be able to offer to our team. I think we had an informative couple of days together. Also, though, I think it was probably maybe a little bit of fun for them as well. Take an enjoyable tour of Plymouth each year, and this one was particularly fun, I hear. So, also today was our first teacher day, and we kicked it off with an all-corporation teacher meeting. He will provide breakfast and have some time together. This is a tradition that we used to have and haven't done for a few years. So we really want to take this time this morning to connect with each other and to reconnect with our purpose and our passion for what we do on a daily basis. And that's to have a positive impact on the lives of kids. And so I think it was a great start to the school year. I'm really excited about the team of teachers and staff that we have on board to, again, meet the needs of our kids and have a positive impact there. I mean, it was personally just an honor to stand before them as the superintendent this week. That being said, I think by now I saw an elementary principal walk in. Most of the meets teacher nights are probably concluded, and we're ready for our first student day tomorrow. It's going to be a great school year this year.
All for that. Any questions for Andy? Oh, I'm sorry.
Could I ask how many teachers we have?
You certainly can.
Could I get an answer?
35.
35. Do you know how many teachers we have before we play in terms?
220.
The exact number is 229.
Close, within one or two.
Thank you.
The dust hasn't settled yet.
This was the first day. We assume they're all coming back tomorrow. Any other questions for Andy? Very good. Go back to the audience. If anybody was inspired by anything that we went through on the agenda, are there any questions or comments on agenda items this evening? I'll come back to the board then. Anything else for the board? Andy touched on it. Tomorrow is a great day. Thank you for all the teachers, administrators, bus drivers, those that serve meals, everything that goes into the experience that we offer our students. It's an awesome responsibility, and I know we all take it very seriously, and thank you for what you've done and what you're about to do. It's going to be an awesome year. So we have a lot of customers showing up tomorrow, and I know everybody has a lot of work, so good luck. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.